In the natural world, some of the most beautiful things are actually the most dangerous. It's kind of wild to think that some of the most stunning plants on Earth are hiding secrets that could turn a simple garden into a scene from a spy movie. It sounds like something straight out of a mystery novel, doesn't it? But the truth is, nature has been perfecting its poisons for millions of years. The real question is, can you spot them before it's too late?
All right, so today we're going to dive right in. We're counting down 7 plants, from the kind of dangerous to the absolutely deadliest that you should never, ever touch, let alone eat.
Kicking things off at number 1 is a plant a lot of us might even have at home. But our countdown starts not with a poison, but with a case of some seriously deadly physics. I'm talking about the cactus.
So you know those famous spines on a cactus? Turns out they're actually its leaves. See, living in the desert is tough, so the cactus evolved these sharp needles to stop water from evaporating and, well, to send a very clear message to anything that gets too close. Back off.
And some people learn that lesson the hard way. There's this wild story from 1982 about a man named David Grundman. He decided to, for some reason, practice his shotgun skills on a few cacti. After taking out a small one, he aimed for a massive 16-meter-tall saguaro. Well, he shot off a huge branch, which then fell right on top of him and crushed him. A tragic and, let's be honest, a very strange case of a plant getting its revenge.
And please, please forget everything you've seen in the movies. That whole idea of cracking open a cactus for a refreshing drink when you're lost in the desert, that's a myth and a dangerous one. The liquid inside is full of acids and other nasty stuff that'll make you sick, cause diarrhea, hurt your kidneys, and believe it or not, actually make you even thirstier.
Okay, let's move on to plant number 2. This one's danger isn't about getting pricked or crushed. Its processed form has killed millions. We're talking about the tobacco plant.
The real villain here is nicotine, which is a seriously powerful neurotoxin. If you were to just go and eat any part of the raw plant, you'd get hit with dizziness, nausea, and a heart rate so fast it could actually be fatal. But here's the thing. The real threat isn't from people munching on the raw leaves. It's this number. 8 million. That's the estimated number of people who die every single year from its dried, processed, and packaged form. It's one of the biggest killers in the world, just hiding in plain sight. Our third plant is so beautiful you see it all the time in parks and gardens, which completely masks just how deadly it really is. This is oleander. Yeah, oleander is a total trickster with its gorgeous pink, white, or red flowers. But don't be fooled. Every single part of this plant, the flowers, the leaves, the stem, all of it, is packed with toxins like oleandrin. These poisons mess directly with your heart's rhythm, and eating just one leaf can be enough to kill you. And its potential as a weapon isn't just theoretical. It's chillingly real. Get this. In a true crime case from 2000, a woman named Angelina used oleander, mixing it into her husband's drinks to murder him and collect on a $250,000 life insurance policy. All right, coming in at number 4 is a plant with a name that pretty much says it all, deadly nightshade. The scientific name, Atropa belladonna, gives you a hint about its dark history. But the real danger today lies in its tempting, shiny black berries. And what makes it even worse, it has a poisonous look-alike, black nightshade, with berries that look almost identical. So the golden rule here is simple. If you see berries like this in the wild, just avoid them. Both of them. Okay, for number 5, we're heading over to Asia for a plant that's a notorious killer, especially in Vietnam. It's known there as la ngon. This plant, also called gelsemium, has these really innocent-looking yellow flowers, but they hide a cocktail of lethal neurotoxins that go straight for the central nervous system. It's really common across parts of Asia, and because it's so widespread in Vietnam, there are tragic cases of accidental poisoning every year. The first signs are a sore throat and dizziness, but it quickly gets way worse, leading to paralysis, respiratory failure, and death. Now for number 6. This one feels like it's straight out of a Cold War spy movie. This plant is the source material for one of the most infamous assassination weapons ever created, the castor bean. Picture this, it's 1978. A Bulgarian journalist named Georgy Markov is waiting for a bus in London when he suddenly feels a sharp sting in his leg. A man with an umbrella bumps into him and apologizes. Well, Markov gets sick, and 4 days later, he's dead. During the autopsy, they find a tiny metal pellet, just 1.7 millimeters wide,
stuck in his calf. And what was inside that tiny pellet? Ricin, an unbelievably potent poison that's extracted from, you guessed it, castor beans. This totally unassuming plant was the source of a sophisticated assassination weapon delivered from the tip of an umbrella.
And that brings us to our final plant, number 7. The most dangerous one on our list. It looks so harmless, its seeds are actually used to make jewelry. This is the rosary pea. Those super vibrant red and black seeds of the rosary pea, they contain a toxin called abrin. Now, abrin is basically ricin's evil twin. They have a similar chemical structure and cause the exact same horrific symptoms, but there is one terrifying difference.
So let's put them head to head. Ricin comes from the castor bean. Abrin comes from the rosary pea. The poison in both is released when the seed is chewed or crushed. We already know ricin is crazy potent, but abrin is dozens of times more toxic. That makes it one of the single deadliest natural toxins known to science. Just one well-chewed seed is enough to kill a full-grown adult.
And this points to a super important fact for both the castor bean and the rosary pea. If you were to just swallow a seed whole, it might pass right through you. The real catastrophic danger is only unlocked when that hard outer shell gets broken, releasing the poison inside. Which brings us to the single most important lesson from all of this. It's a simple 4-word rule that could literally save your life. Do not eat it. Seriously, unless you are an absolute expert and are 100% certain of what you're picking, never ever put a wild plant in your mouth. So from a common cactus to a beautiful little pea, the natural world is just full of these hidden assassins. It really makes you wonder, right? What other dangers are out there, looking perfectly innocent, but hiding a deadly secret?